Hey everybody, it's Chainsaw Reacts back once again, another reaction for you guys. Take us, of course, here continue the journey of Generator Rex. This is season 2, episode 13. Of course, we're not know the title until I get into the episode. Last week's episode was a major episode. A lot of lore being dumped on us, but it wasn't like, okay, we're just going to throw a bunch of information and everything with no real reason for it. It's because Rex and Van Cleis, of course, Van Cleis, was stuck in this situation where they're basically slowly getting their nanites taken away from them. And of course, it's that AI robot system, whatever, that has been a villain pretty much towards the beginning of the show. And now it's back once again. And even Rex is like, I thought I defeated you. Like, what's going on here? Like, what? And of course, it came back. Now, Van Cleis is throwing out all this information. Your brother, I'll give this to you for free because I'm going to give you information. He's like, pass. Tells Rex, well, I mean, if you're going to pass the information, here's for free. Don't trust your brother. Don't trust him. He's not to be trusted. Well, he is kind of odd, and at the end of the episode, he does admit, because Van Cleis says your brother actually created the AI system that's actually attacking us and all this stuff. This is on him. But it's like, okay, yeah, I created it, but I created it because it was helpful, and the voice is our mom's voice, Rex, which that was the last thing. And then in terms of like confirmation, because I already predicted, like literally, it's like, well, don't you recognize the voice? But mom, right away, that's mom, right? That's the voice of mom, and I was right. And then it cuts to the credits. So I don't believe Van Cleis. I don't believe him, but I have been suspicious of Rex's brother for a bit. So I don't know, we'll see. But last week's episode was really intense, and I loved it. It was honestly one of the best episodes of Generator Rex, I think, I've seen so far. It was so good. It delivered on so many things. And Van Cleis, he's throwing out some information, man. And Rex is like, what? Because, of course, he doesn't know anything. So it's pretty interesting to see how it's all being unveiled. And, of course, the way Van Cleis does it, it's never really good. It's only for his benefit, really. So always take anything he says with a grain of salt. The biggest grain of salt ever. So anyways, let's dive into this episode. Let's see what happens. I'm curious if we're going to get some more information, if we're going to talk about all of this. I'm not really sure. But anyways, let's dive in. Let's see what happens. Let's go.
Are we there yet?
Oh, okay, right away.
City Hall! He must have a bathroom. Pull
No.
over now! Esteban?
It's Mayor Esteban now.
Mayor. Okay.
Mayor? What brings you back to town?
Yeah, exactly.
Abuela. It's a surprise.
Hmm.
You don't want to go there.
We better get going.
At least stay in town tonight. You can head up to Abuela's in the morning.
It's been over 5 years, Esteban. If she's not really our grandmother, why are you calling her Abuela?
Okay.
There may not be a biological connection, but she practically raised the entire town. Just prepare yourself for a lot of sloppy grandma kisses.
Cesar, and is that my cabeza de trapo?
Why is everyone calling me that?
No.
Maybe we should have called first.
Make way, start revolution.
Who wants breakfast?
Wide. Okay.
I've been following your work with Providence, and I
Well, that's
always
good,
knew
but-
you would be a big important scientist.
Okay. Everything looks normal. What's
Does everyone
Okay.
in town live here? Rex, if you thought breakfast was
Kids having fun.
wait and see what Abuela makes for dinner.
Oh.
It is an old building.
It's me, Federico. Have you forgotten the secret shake?
Well.
You and Federico were best friends when you were little.
You used to put underpants on your heads and act out lucha libre movies.
Of course he
Glad I don't
did.
remember that.
You can't just keep avoiding me. My phone has been ringing off the hook. The village is concerned about the recent activity. The situation is getting worse. You've got one last chance to get out of town.
What?
Or
Get
I
out
will
of
evict you
town?
myself.
But what happens at night or whatever
To family.
to family? And the title's called Night Falls, so something happens at night.
Pretty much.
Ah.
Come, children.
See you in the morning.
Lock them in.
Did you just lock us in? That's pretty comfy.
Yeah, but
Good
this
night. What?
cage is on the
What?
walls or
It's only
windows.
6:30.
Something's going on.
Can you break it down?
Of course he
What
could.
about respecting my elders? Technically, I am your elder.
There you go, drill it. There you go. Oh! So they turn the Evos at night only? Okay.
Fur-face.
No, it's him.
Abuela.
Exactly. What's going on? Ugh, disgusting. Oh, there you go. Oh. There you go. Is it only him? Oh, he's got a gun. Damn. Come on, Rex. It's his friend. Or, yeah.
This is for Federico.
Is it only him that goes
Are those
Evo?
your hands?
You're like a where Evo?
Oh, where
What's
Evo?
Lucis Mutatio? It was me. I let him out. I didn't know.
All these Evos!
They're just boys. I'm not going anywhere.
We turn at sundown, and then back at sunrise. It only
Interesting.
happens to some of us.
Strange. I don't feel anything.
I don't want to have to leave my home.
Why didn't you tell us?
Because I didn't want Providence to know.
But Providence can help.
For years it has been this way, and no one
Years?
has been hurt.
But you're prisoners in your own home.
This is not good. It's getting dark.
Is that Providence?
I don't know who it is.
Oh. Oh shit, they're shooting. This dude?
Rex.
Hunter Kane. He hasn't
Hunter
been hunting
Kane.
down Evos. I
Wow.
already put him away once.
Why am I not surprised?
It's not John Cena.
This one of them?
Ow.
Well, what do we have here?
Yeah, fly him away, exactly.
You were warned, Abuela.
You were warned.
We will bring you out. But you said it would just be a show of force. We run them out of town. No one gets hurt.
You.
I don't negotiate with Evos.
Yeah, that is kind of annoying.
I think I can affect the change in the nanite programming.
Good luck with the cure.
If I'm gonna cure this, I have to do it before sunrise.
Oh my god. I didn't expect rockets.
Don't give them any ideas. Where they can't defend themselves? That's exactly what won't happen.
Let him out. Oh, she's pissed.
You obviously haven't met my family.
Exactly. Oh yeah, there's multiple. Ooh.
So what was your big jailbreak? Nail file and a cake? Exploding smoke bomb?
There you go. Yeah, get. Oh.
You mess with my brother, you mess with me. I'm a scientist.
Exactly. Thank you.
Whoa, whoa, you're still here.
Of course he is.
I
Oh.
was out of the disintegrator ammo. I lied.
That was good. Oh? Huh?
Maybe we have to wait for sunrise.
I can control it now.
Oh.
Doesn't change a thing to me.
Uh-huh.
He'll come back.
He will.
And we'll be waiting.
And there you guys have it. And I didn't expect the return of Hunter Kane in this episode. That's a pretty deep pull in my opinion, because he's a character that was very significant when he first appeared. He was, of course, voiced by John Cena. He's not voiced by John here now. But I didn't expect to see him back. I didn't expect to see this character back. But in terms of an Evo problem, it makes sense to call this crazed lunatic that wants to destroy every Evo, which I understand. You're living in a world of Evos. You might want to take them all out. But his approach in the fact of the marathon, I thought there's just going to be this brute force, like, you know, just kind of like, you know, showing that, you know, we have the power and everything. You're just going to run them out of town. No, did you really think that was how it was going to go down, Mayor? And now at the end of the episode, he's hanging out with them in their compound, and I don't know, just kind of a weird thing. Like, he went from saying they're a menace and they're causing problems, and now he's there. Kind of a weird thing, but anyways. So Rex got to see his grandmother, but really it's the woman who basically raised a lot of people in the town. I guess this is where Rex and his brother grew up in terms of where they grew up, because why else would they go back there specifically? Don't really know, but interesting, right? Now, they did something to kind of twist a little bit the lore of Evos, because we've seen a few different variations of Evos and Curables, all that, and some other kind of ones that, like, even those brothers that were able to be Evos, but they were still like themselves in a sense when they were doing the whole ping pong tournament nonsense, that episode. But you have these people within the compound, including one of Rex's friends he doesn't remember from back when he was younger, who is like a were-Evo, like a werewolf kind of thing, where they turn into the Evos at night. And it's the same look Evo. Like, it's a part of, like, I guess, like the family ancestry or whatever in terms of their DNA. And they turn into a specific look of an Evo that it's kind of like a werewolf in a sense. So that's the way they kind of explain it's only at night, and it affects all of them all the time, no matter what kind of moon it is or whatever, just as long as it's nighttime. And I thought it was interesting to give it to the friend of Rex, like, so because Rex, doesn't remember this kid at all. They had a connection when they were younger, and now he's an Evo. He turns to a were-Evo at night, and now Rex is now a hero of Providence, and he's also an Evo in a sense too. So a lot of interesting changes of these two characters, and they come and reconnect essentially. And he, of course, remembers Rex. Rex doesn't remember him at all, which is unfortunate, but makes sense to the fact that Rex has amnesia, doesn't know anything from a certain point in the timeline. He doesn't remember nothing. So it's just a learning experience for him to kind of understand his life, or to realize what was my life even before joining Providence. He doesn't remember any of it. So he's slowly learning this, like, all these things, and thankfully his brother being there is a way to explore more, because his brother never showed up. He would never went back there to even meet the people that he had a connection with when he was younger. He doesn't remember any of it, obviously, but he would never got the opportunity to even do it if his brother wasn't there. Now, there was no addressing of the fact that, his brother was the one who created that AI program that went evil and all this shit, and the voice is their mom. None of that was addressed. I was kind of hoping for, since the opening of the episode literally is them flying together, we're probably going to address this. No, we did not. It's just kind of annoying, but at the same time, we already got a lot of impactful things in that episode last week, that this one was just a fun little kind of side quest, if you will. But it was impactful in terms of, like I was mentioning, the whole Rex meeting his grandmother kind of figure and reconnecting with a friend he doesn't remember, but someone who remembers him, and they had, it seems, a pretty good friendship when they were younger. The fact that the grandmother figure, I feel like they actually gave her a name, I do apologize, don't remember the name, but the fact that she had it all planned out in terms of knowing to lock, everyone away, to help keep everybody protected, and now it seems that Rex has made it to where they can control it at will. So they're still going to be Evos, but they can now control it when they want to turn into an Evo or not. Basically, when they want to protect themselves, but they can live their lives accordingly, live their lives in a normal sense now, which is good. So there's a good kind of balance on all that versus, obviously the hope probably for some of them who were probably affected by this probably wanted to be 100% cured, but now they can control it. So at least that's a better option. But how exactly do you control it? It's not really clear, but whatever. So overall, it's a pretty decent episode. I think the design of the were-Evos was pretty interesting. Like, it's got werewolf-esque kind of vibes, but also is straight up Evo looking. And yeah, I'm really curious to see what more we learn in terms of his brother. Like, I want to hear more information, honestly, about the AI program, the mom's voice, more information about, because there has not been really a discussion about the actual event itself. His brother has to know more information. He has to know. And the fact that we actually have not had that when his brother's right there, it's kind of confusing. But if we literally just have a scene where Rex just sits down and just asks his brothers 100 questions of all surrounding a lot of shit that we're still in the dark about, then there's no reason for the show to continue besides just the continuing adventures of Rex. But there's this whole lingering mystery of the actual event itself that affected the world. What all went down? What exactly happened? So we have to get information at some point, because we only have one more season after this. Now, I know we have a few more episodes of season 2. I believe it's 18, 19, 20 episodes of season 2, I think. But so we have a number of episodes still left for season 2, but we don't have that much time left per se. So there's some, we need to get some information. We cannot save everything until the very end of season 3, and then it's done. So we need to get more information, and I hope there's actually a conclusion, because I haven't really thought about this too much. I really hope there's a conclusion for this show. Because we've seen where tons and tons of shows have been made over the years, live action, animation, whatever, that don't have a conclusion because they get canceled before they actually have a conclusion. Happened to Young Justice twice now, where they literally end a season on a cliffhanger and then boom, the show is canceled. Same thing happened in season 2 when the show was brought back. Season 4, so I hope Generator X actually has a conclusion. I didn't think about that, but I really hope it does. But anyways, like I said, overall decent episode. I'm randoming at this point. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm curious to know what you guys thought about this episode. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace out.